shine.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Let me just make sure before we do go, we are all good. Okay. All right, guys, welcome to Sports Talk 225, Episode 8, live from Hooters in Denham Springs. I'm going to go ahead and kick that off real quick with the Hooters specials. So if Hooters $9.99 lunch special Monday through Friday, you can get a burger, curly fries, cheeseburger, and the drink for $9.99.
It's a great deal.
You can't get that anywhere else, man.
No, you
You
can't.
can't get that at McDonald's nowadays. So you got the lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. The $9.99 burger plus kids eat free on Mondays. Bring your team of 6 in their uniforms, and you get 40 free wings. So 40 free wings on anytime you bring your ball team in uniform.
Yeah, especially all the travel ball teams
travel
coming
ball,
in and
is
out of the area.
It's that time.
Stop in.
Yeah, it's that time of the season. Summer ball really kicking off. And don't forget, $6 legendary margarita all day, every day. So thank you to Hooters for being the host and having us here. And then we'll go ahead and kick it over to BMP.
All right. This segment is brought to you by our all-star sponsor, BNP Construction, building the 225 from the ground up. From residential to commercial projects, BNP Construction is known for quality work, attention to detail, and getting the job done the right way. They do not just build structures; they build trust, relationships, and strong community. If you have a project in mind, make sure you call BNP Construction and let the pros handle it. Proud sponsors of Sports Talk 225 and local athletics across the 225.
Yep, and then we'll give a shout-out to Peanuts Transport as well, day one sponsor, so we appreciate them. They've been our video sponsor since the beginning. Man, we're at Hooters. Before we get into it with Coach Price, our special guest, thanks for being here, Coach, do want to, send our heartfelt thoughts and prayers to the victims of the tragic situation at the Mall, Louisiana today. Unfortunate situation, so keep those victims in your thoughts and prayers. Once again, unnecessary violence over, God only knows what, but it sounds like an argument got carried away.
And no, this is also, let's pray for the family of the people that actually did the act, and because that wasn't their choice, and so let's just keep them in mind too as well. Yeah, they're going to lose someone as well.
Yeah. All right, man, so we got a lot to talk about, Coach. Originally when we talked about this, we said maybe 15 minutes, and then we would go on with the show. Nah, it ain't going to go down like that.
All right.
I ended up doing some deep dive. I got 3 pages over here. But not to mention it's playoff time. It's draft night.
Absolutely.
Is it kicking off the draft night? We got a bunch of 225 teams kicking off the regional round and quarter final round of softball and baseball. Man, there's all kind of things to talk about.
Absolutely.
So, man, let's get into it. We'll kind of start maybe in a little bit of a reversed order. Currently the head coach of Geo Next Gen. We got to meet you guys earlier this season when you guys were doing your playoff run. So kind of talk about Geo Next Gen, what you've been able to do there, and then we'll kind of work through it.
Okay, absolutely. Appreciate it, guys, for allowing me to be on you guys' platform, Sports Talk 225. Appreciate the things that you all have done to increase the platform for high school sports within the whole Baton Rouge and surrounding areas community. But Geo Next Generation, this was our 3rd year. We'll say 4th year of LHSA. This was my 3rd year. When I got in, we inherited a situation where the program had just started, and we came in the record before we got there was 4-24. Had a lot of young talent, so the talent was there. They were just the talent was needing to be brought out of it. But We've been able to have 3 pretty solid, successful years, I believe. We've won 65 games over the course of the last 3 seasons, with this season probably being our strongest season thus far, getting to the state quarterfinals and losing to Dunham. But our school is very, very, very polished. We have a great situation at our school. Matter of fact, I was just leaving before I got here. I had to leave from watching my 4 of our 8 seniors. They got their associate's degrees.
Oh,
they're
great.
getting their associate's degrees.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
From Baton Rouge Community College. They'll get it in May. But they were doing a senior award recognition for them. And so with
It's another
those
shout out
seniors-
BRCC for you,
There you
Brock.
go.
Remember that
Absolutely.
during these negotiations.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 4 of our 8 seniors get associate's degrees, and then we had 3 of our other seniors. So 3 of our other seniors completed at least 1 year of college classes while they were in college. So we had 7 out of our 8 seniors that have at least gotten a year of completion of high school of college schoolwork done. So
That's fantastic.
it's a testament to our administration. Our college counselor, Ms. Katie Grimes, does an amazing job with all the students at our school, and this is now the 4th class to earn their associate's degrees, but it's the most students. We have over 20 students in our senior class that's getting free associate's degree.
That's
that's
from
great.
Baton
huge.
Rouge Community College.
Yeah,
So
hey,
it's a good selling point.
just-
honestly,
Just before Stu makes a deep dive on there, I did want to, I got to see y'all up close and personal. Y'all played Catholic. Y'all were down.
That's right, you went and interviewed.
majority of that game, and just to see the character of all your players, it speaks volumes to you and what you've done with those kids. Because never did they were down 10 going into the 4th quarter. Not 1 minute of that game did they think they were going to lose that game. So, I mean, it just speaks volumes to the character of those kids, and that's a reflection of their head coach.
well, I appreciate it. I do think that I do like to say that the group that we were losing, and I hate that I'm losing them because they're high character kids more than anything. But the thing I always say is they're tough and they're resilient. They never gave up. I mean, we had a very tough schedule in my eyes compared to the seasons that we had before. And I do think that we were able to compete with some pretty good Baton Rouge powerhouses this season. Catholic,
Iron sharpens
University of
iron.
Lyon. Yeah, so I do think that helped us along the way. But I also believe that our guys, they had that in them. They were just a tough group. They were a resilient group. And when you have seniors, they kind of already been battle tested. That helps along the way as well.
So let's talk about kind of all right, where you been, but where you come from too. So
Okay.
During this deep dive, I found out about your father. Your father's got
Yep.
Your father's got an extensive D1
Very extensive
career. But
I'm
you
like a baby compared to the experience he has.
But
Absolutely.
you have 15 years in college.
Absolutely.
Southern, Prairie View A&M, Arkansas Fort Smith, Gannon.
Yes.
Played at McNeese.
Shout out to Gannon. They just won a Division II national championship.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's awesome.
They've done a great job over there. So
And then you played at McNeese and Henderson State, right? So knowing the background, just kind of like for people in the 225 who may know the name but not the full story, just kind of give them that quick little synopsis of the background.
Well, I was at Southern University for a long period of time. I want to say close to about 10 years. And I had the pleasure of working for 2 really, really good coaches. Roman Banks, who's now the athletic director at Southern. I was with him my first stint. And with him, we won 2 SWAC championships. And then I was with Sean Woods for my second tenure at Southern. And we had a lot of success with him as well. But Southern is a special place to me. I do feel that we were able to do really well. The thing that Coach Banks and Coach Woods as well did was they wanted to generate the concept with Southern being an HBCU, that we can still be a competitive program and have a competitive mid-major program across the country. And I do think that it did carry over for our guys, or rather for our program, that we wanted to be a competitive team. So we went in while I was there. We won a couple SWAC championships. We lost one time in the SWAC championship game. There were different things, but our program, we had a really good program. We had several guys that played overseas professionally as well.
So just taking all the background, all the history, all of the stops along the way to get you to this point where you're with these kids building this program essentially from scratch, right? I mean, a 4-win team, you've won 20-plus games each of the last 3 years. I mean, what are the keys that you've been able to transition, like, in going in, not to mean in reverse, but you've taken those things and been able to break them down to a level that these kids understand? Because normally we've seen college coaches come to the high school football level, and the playbooks that they put out there, these kids can't comprehend it.
Absolutely.
And you've been able to transition that.
I think you have to simplify a lot of things a lot of times.
Yeah.
Whereas you go somewhere, they have a playbook. Like I can tell you when I was with Coach Banks. Coach Banks has an encyclopedia of sets. We had about 100 sets when I was at Southern with Coach Banks. So you just try to simplify it. You try to keep it within the means of what you have, because at the end of the day, they're still kids.
Yeah.
Now I did still try to run our program and what we do in the same way that a college program would be ran.
Right. Make them schedule oriented.
Yeah, yes.
More
absolutely.
discipline.
Yep, absolutely. More structure, more discipline with what we do. But I always look back, because when I took over at GO, it was kind of the same thing as when I came in with Coach Banks back in 2011. Southern might have won 3 games before we got there, and it was just a lot of long days of just preparing and working, and we just tried to kind of follow the same model, especially when I came in, because a lot of times when you trying to establish a culture, you have to establish it from day one.
Right.
So I tried to do that with the group that we have when I first got there. So that's kind of what it was, and it was a buy-in. And most of the kids that we had were the seniors that just graduated. So it was a lot of 10th graders. So it was a lot of buy-in from those guys as well.
Yeah.
So you're covering most of my deep dive with these long answers. So I appreciate it. And because it really is important for everybody to kind of understand the background and then how you were able to convert that to success. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of the next question is, how do you balance, coaching for those immediate wins when you get there and it's a 4-win team versus, at the same time trying to build something for long-term success? Yeah,
well, as a competitor,
you want to win now.
I want to win.
Yeah.
And I'm not about mediocrity as a coach. So, the team wins 4 games. I don't want to come in and just say, hey, let's make some progress, win 9, 10 games. As a competitor, I would want our team to come out there and try to win as many games as possible. The season I got there, we still were not LHSA postseason eligible yet. So we just try to figure out, hey, we came in, every game that we play, we play it as if it's a state championship game. So that's how we try to come in and prepare for games like that. And so our guys, like I said, they bought in, but we never tried to settle for mediocrity when I first got in there. So it was always like, hey, we looked at our schedule, hey, we can win 20 games, but we just have to all compete and buy in.
So if somebody watches one of your teams for 5 minutes, what's the identity of a Ryan Price basketball team?
tough, scrappy, competitive.
That's exactly what I saw when I was there at that gym, man.
All right.
And not one of them had an ounce of quit in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We it's about toughness. for
Well, I was
us.
going to say, what, like,
That
how
was-
important is the defensive toughness and accountability in your program?
Well, I'm a defensive player, so
Yeah.
that's what got
That's what
me
it's
on the
about.
floor as a college player was defensive toughness. So
Well, I will tell you this. I'm a diehard Houston Rockets fan, and your picture that I used for this flyer for this graphic reminded me so much of Ime, just being ticked off because his team's playing lousy defense.
and you know what? I get a lot of MA comparisons. A lot of people say it look like MA, but yeah, we're it's all about he's that same brand. It's about defensive toughness and being scrappy and always being the hardest playing teams. And I always say, my first couple of weeks before when we get going in practice, once the fall hits, is we don't really touch a basketball probably for that first week.
Yeah,
a lot of it is buy-in with defense. You have to create your defensive culture before anything. I think the offense will figure itself out, but the defense is what you have to get started.
It's the hard part of the game.
Absolutely.
Get open, shoot. A lot of people can do that. Whether they make it or not is a different story. But
Absolutely.
they get open and shoot. But the defense, that's where you put the work in.
Absolutely.
So what separates a kid who improves every year from a kid who plateaus? Is it the work ethic alone?
I think it is the work ethic. Yeah, I definitely think it's the work ethic. And like we had 3 or 4 kids. We had a couple kids. I kind of always remind them. A couple of our graduating seniors, Dwight Pinckney, Jaden Wolf. They were guys that I remember when I first got there. I was like, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told them at the end of the season when we lost to Dunham, like I don't even remember you guys like when I first stepped foot on campus, like in the first couple workouts. But you guys improved. You guys bought in, and they were 2 of our harder playing guys throughout the season for us. Well, it was
And
two
that's
of
a
the
sign
hardest
of
playing for the last 3 years.
That's a sign of a good coach. You see. Don't necessarily that kid may not see what they have inside of them, but you see it and you're able to bring that out of them, and that's great, man. That's really good stuff.
So when a player's struggling mentally, how do you bring him back? Without losing the standard of the expectation.
Well, we're in a new time and era
of
basketball.
Let's not get started on that.
Or in athletics period.
This is my show. I don't have to be PC.
You can say what you say.
You can't.
Have a few Bobby Knight moments.
Yeah. And what's crazy is I've played for some guys with some Bobby Knight expectations, but I honestly think you have to. You got to be good cop, bad cop as a head coach.
Yeah, no doubt.
I still have to be kind of good cop to go along with the bad cop. You get on one of your guys. You try to hold them to a certain standard, hold them accountable, but at the same time you got to come right back. Let them know, hey, things are going to be well. And so that's kind of the way we kind of do things as far as the psyche mentally.
So that kind of leads into what does leadership look like inside the locker room? Is it vocal? Is it daily by example, toughness, or all the above?
I think it's all of the above.
I agree.
I mean, some guys can say the right thing and not be that standard.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't carry over to the floor when they get on the floor.
Right.
Exactly. So I do think we have. I've had a couple guys within the last couple years that have been able to do all of those things.
So that's kind of where that leads to when a player leaves your program. What do you hope stays with them long after their last game?
Leadership, being able to keep a form of accountability. Because we all try to hold ourselves at a high standard. Being able to do all the things, understanding it's going to be adversity in life.
Yeah.
You're going to deal with some form of adversity. And how you respond to that adversity is the way that you can set your standard in life long term.
So let's talk about the 225. Geo Next Gen being a representation of the 225, it being an ideal school for us to have been able to partner with this season, because it's schools that don't get that shine, that spotlight that a U High is going to get.
Catholic, the big schools.
Denham Springs, biggest school in the state. What does it mean for you to coach in this area and build that relationship in the community?
Well, I think 225, I've been here now for the last 15 years. I've done most of that time at Southern. But I do think you have some sleeping giants in the Baton Rouge area.
Yeah, we've seen
no
it.
doubt.
Look at the NFL. Look at the NBA. Look at there's a
So
lot of lot of
before
people
we
coming from
ruin
this area.
I guess we ruin that next question because it ties into it. What makes the 225 so unique when it comes to basketball? Because per capita, this produces the most basketball players of anywhere else in the country.
That's something I did not know.
Yes.
I think there's a ton of talent, and I remember when I first got here in 2011, I always say this, I do feel the talent level probably was as high as possible. Probably it's been since I've been here, but the first couple of years I was here, I can tell you 2011, there were probably 30 to 40 Division I basketball players. I'm not saying just college players, but 30 to 40 guys that were capable of playing Division I basketball. So I do think that's a testament to a lot of the people that's in the back side of things. So I do think there's a lot of very good skill trainers here in Baton Rouge. Obviously, we have a lot of great coaches. I mean, you have coaches that are not coaching anymore, but you have several that's present coaches that are really, really good basketball minds. So. It's always kind of good to know those kind of things.
And a lot of people, I think basketball gets overlooked. You're coming off a football season. A lot of football players aren't on the team at the start of the season. It's a whole transition process. And then, frankly, if you got a good football program, your fan base is a little tired. You've been on a run, and you missed the beginning of a lot of seasons.
Yeah,
so it takes a while to get that spark, that excitement, and it kind of just gets overshadowed. And it's unfortunate because, boy, did we see some talent this year. We got our first opportunity to go to state and watch the boys and girls.
Yeah.
And, man, let me tell you something. If you make it to the Final Four and you're playing in Hammond or in Lake Charles, you got a talented squad.
Absolutely.
So
me and Stu were talking about just the level of competition, the huge jump from going and seeing, going around the area and watching different programs.
Oh, that's different. That top four is different.
And then when you go there, it's you're talking about the elite.
Yeah.
Elite programs like a Zachary. Those kids are.
But you
really
look
good.
at it, Zachary eliminated Denham Springs. That was a heck of a game.
It was.
It was.
So both games in that division.
Yeah.
Were very, very good games. The Ruston and I believe it was Ruston and Central game.
Yeah, that was a great one.
That
too.
was a good one. Yeah, so they were very good teams.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just and there's been great talent come out of here, out of LSU, obviously Denham Springs, Tasman Mitchell, and you see Taz at games all the time. I assume he's still going to be working on the LSU staff. I mean, that guy hired him originally on his staff, so. Now he's got all that talk he did in the press conference. We got to get some recruits going, right?
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
I don't think so. They're starting.
I think what people have to understand is they have to be patient.
Yeah. Because they expected day one.
Yeah.
Because he's not Lane Kiffin.
He did the same thing.
He's methodical
with North Carolina State. It took him I think it was 10 to 12 days before he ended landing his first recruit.
Yeah, well, that's about all you got now.
Yeah. He's got one.
You got to take that. But I also think I think he's probably being strategic about what he gets instead of just rushing to just jump and get someone.
Yeah.
So
we'll get to LSU basketball in just a minute. Let's wrap up about Geo. What excites you looking ahead? I know you're losing some talent, some really good leadership that has led you to the playoffs. Your first ever home playoff game and victory, which is exciting. But I know for a fact because I came and interviewed 3 of your players ahead of that game, and one of those being an 8th grader.
Ninth grader.
Oh, ninth grader. Is
King.
okay. So yes, King.
King.
So
King
I
is
know
special.
you've got. I
Yeah.
know you've got some good stuff.
Yeah, King is special. I mean, I'm excited that he's with us, and he's been great. When you talk about all those qualities that you brought up, Stu, about leadership, he is that. And he's one of those guys. He commands the role of being a leader, and he did it from day one when he got there.
He's a
It's
warrior,
amazing
man.
that he did it with a bunch of upperclassmen, and
Yeah.
that they respect and trust him enough to do that.
And dude, just like I remember when I interviewed him, guy talked like a winner.
Yeah.
You know,
he's a
you
winner.
just-
He's the ultimate winner.
It's like, pardon me for anybody who takes this offensively because I don't mean it like that, but it's a Ricky Bobby reference. He's like, that kid wakes up and he pisses excellence.
For him, he had an amazing season. He averaged about 12, 13 points, about 4 assists.
And this ain't a big dude.
Yeah,
No.
he's
Like-
nothing but. I mean, he's
Heart.
he's 5'2", 110 pounds.
Yeah, all
and he's
heart.
Nothing,
All
he's nothing
heart.
but heart. And he commands. I remember we actually went out of state this season to Mississippi, and he was a fan favorite. And people just loved him because he was in there and he just played his butt off. So
I'm laughing because my wife's in the background listening, and she's hearing the Ricky Bobby reference right now. So, all right, so what do you want your legacy when your players look back and they think about your name, your legacy of your time at Geo?
I want the legacy to really be about them because I always tell them it's not
I like
about
it.
me. It's never about one individual within a program. I always say it is about us. So I always say, like I will always say, this senior group that we have, the legacy, they have created the legacy of what is to be expected from Geo. So we didn't make it to the top 28 this year, but we were right there on the doorstep of it. But I always say you guys have created an identity now where people have an interest in coming to Geo.
That's right.
And creating an excitement where now people are talking about Geo basketball within the 225.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, there was one heck of a buzz in that gym. You couldn't even hear
Yeah.
yourself. It was
Yeah.
electric in that gym that night.
So, all right, quick hitters. If you can contain it to one word or just a short sentence on these, best lesson basketball's ever taught you.
Respect.
Nice.
Toughest environment you've ever coached in. That's a tough one.
We're going college or high
Any.
school.
Any.
You're actually playing
Yeah.
days, college.
Yep.
Kentucky, Rupp Arena.
Oh,
Ooh,
Rupp,
I bet
Rupp.
so, yeah.
All right, one trait every player has.
Every player has.
One trait.
Mental toughness.
One word to describe your coaching style. I think you just said it, toughness. It's got to be it.
I mean, he's a
Better
defense guy.
defense.
He's a defense guy.
I'm going to say what a lot of people say, intense.
Intense.
He
Oh.
set by
I
us.
s- yeah, I saw it.
It's
Oh,
intense.
he was in it. He was
Yeah.
in it, man. I was like, oh, man. And no wonder the crowd was so hyped, man. They could see you across the court. They were getting hype out there.
All right, so for the removal of conflict of interest, we'll say this is from the college days. Harder, recruiting talent or sustaining culture?
Sustaining culture.
What is one thing people misunderstand about coaching?
Ooh, you got me with that one. Thinking about it.
I think the sacrifice.
Sacrifice, and I think people don't understand the time and the effort that comes with a lot of the things that you have to do as a coach. I think a lot of times some people, I'm just going to go ahead and
We
talk
hear
a little bit
every
on that.
dang thing the parents say in the stands, too,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. But I do think, I think sometimes some people look at it like it's one of those deals where you're just on the sideline with a suit or a golf shirt and some slacks. But there's a lot of time and preparation that comes with it all for not just the coaches but for players as well. So it's an ultimate sacrifice. I believe, for me, my wife is the ultimate coach's wife. She understands the sacrifice that comes with it. She always tells me, basketball season from October to March, I got the house. You take care of business. So
There you go.
it's one of those type deals.
All right, so to wrap this part up, Coach, For every young athlete in the 225 chasing something bigger, what's the message you want to leave with them today?
To always push through. There will always be times. There will be times where things will get tough, and just to learn how to persevere and fight through whatever you go through. But talent doesn't always get you through it. You know, your work ethic is what can separate you from being good and great. So
Yeah, because we all know talent. There's ceilings on talent, but there's no ceiling on work ethic.
absolutely,
Because you can always work harder.
You know, one of my college coaches once told me, "Good is the enemy of great."
Yeah,
So
that's great, man.
You know, if you do the extra stuff, then that's what's gonna get you to a certain level.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us and talking about Geo, talking about your journey a little bit. We're going to jump into a little ad break, and then we're going to get into kind of what's going on in the 225. And so we appreciate it if you stay with us and
Absolutely.
throw your 2 cents in.
Okay.
We'll talk about the draft. We'll talk about that baseball team that ain't worth a darn. But first up, Hooters, Denham Springs, thank you again for hosting us every Thursday night. But every Monday is Burger Monday. Grab a cheeseburger, curly fries for just $9.99. Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Get 6 wings and fries for just $9.99. Legendary margaritas for just $6 all day, every day. Kids eat free on Mondays with the purchase of an adult entree. And for you travel teams, if you roll into Hooters with 6 players in uniforms, you'll get 40 free wings for your table to start out to go along with your meals. So Hooters, every Thursday night, come out and see us. We'll be here live, sometimes with a guest, sometimes not with a guest, sometimes with Denver, sometimes not with Denver. Shout out to Denver. He's in Pittsburgh on a work trip, and I believe supposed to be at the draft. Haven't got any updates yet, but I don't think they start for another half hour to an hour. But also, you want to peanuts?
Yeah, we can do peanuts.
Go ahead. You can start. I'll put it
All
up
right,
whenever.
Peanuts Transport. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Peanuts Transport, keeping the 225 moving day in and day out. When it comes to reliability, efficient transport, Peanuts delivers every single time. Whether it's a local or regional hauls, they take pride in every job and make sure it's done right, safely, professionally, and on schedule. They're not just moving loads; they're powering our community across Louisiana. If you're looking for a transport partner, you can trust them. Go with the best. Peanuts Transport, proud sponsor of local athletes and Sports Talk 225.
All right. So, like I said it 5 times probably already because it's on all these 800 televisions. I actually need to get the count from Jason so we can say it next time. But, man, there's got to be 40 TVs. There's a TV everywhere.
Yep.
So you got the draft on. You got playoff basketball on. Looks like Alabama and Tennessee playing baseball. Man, just so much going on. I want to do a quick shout-out to all 31 high school teams from the 225 that are still competing. 20 teams competing starting tonight through Saturday in the regional round for baseball, and 11 teams in the quarterfinals in softball representing our area, and many of those hosting. Not just in it, not just playing, but hosting. Class C, let's run through it real quick. Marpaw, False River, and Family Christian Academy. Class B, Holden, the Rockets. We got to broadcast a Rockets game earlier this year. U-High, Episcopal, Parkview, Catholic, East Iberville, St. James, Doyle, French Settlement. We'll be at French Settlement tomorrow night. We'll actually be on the call for the softball. Yep. Brewley, Lutcher, West Feliciana, Dutchtown, Zachary, Santa Maria, Walker, and Live Oak, all still going at it in baseball. For the girls on the softball, Central, Santa Maria, EA, Live Oak, Brewley, Lutcher, French Settlement, Doyle, Parkview, Ascension Catholic, Marpaw, all still going. Going to be a busy day at Lions Park tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You got softball playoff game with a baseball playoff game.
We got to get there early so we can get a good parking spot. Maybe you won't get your rental hit by a softball this time.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a rental this time. so it'll just be my vehicle.
So it'll be your vehicle getting hit.
Congratulations to all the teams still going, and we look forward to cheering you guys on and hopefully being able to spotlight some of you guys along the way. All right, so let's jump into NBA playoffs. Biggest surprise team, Coach. Who you think on the surprise? I think that the number one overall seed in the East. Gosh, that Detroit team really grew up in 1 year.
I think so too. I mean, they're a team that I think that is a very young team. And there's several young teams. I think about the Spurs, but now we don't really know what's going to happen with the Spurs with Wemby being out and things of that sort. But I think those teams, and then people gotta understand. At the end of the day, Oklahoma City, I think, is still the team to beat.
Well, their kryptonite had been San Antonio,
Absolutely,
but it was because of Wemby.
Exactly.
And San Antonio's gonna win this series. Mm-hmm. How long is he out with this concussion? That's the question.
Now the thing with concussions now, I mean,
you got to go through it.
Yeah, I remember in the old days, it's about
some salt.
Salt 1 week and you'll be all right about 4 or 5 days. But now it is about you got to sit out, you got a protocol, things of that sort. I mean, there's people that are out with concussions 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. I just I hate that for the Spurs. I hate the Spurs, but I hate that for the Spurs. I'm a Rockets fan.
Rockets got to bring it.
Rockets better figure it out tonight.
They're at home, so they got to figure it out. I mean,
they shouldn't have lost game 2. Yeah. I get game 1. You were more competitive through 3 quarters in game 1 than you were in game 2. I don't get it.
And your guy didn't play in game 1. So
yeah. KD not playing in game 1, I get it, but game 2, it was like he started out on fire and nobody else could score.
Absolutely. They
were down by 19 points like that, got back within 2. Man, that was a game of runs. That was just a game of runs. Stupid Lakers. There's too much history there.
It's a lot of history.
A lot of history between those squads.
Absolutely.
Orlando.
Yeah, that was mine.
I mean, they're giving Detroit fits right now.
Yeah, my surprise was Orlando Magic's, and they have defense became elite and consistent. Not just a flash.
Let's take it out of team though. Who's the best player
in the NBA right now?
No, in the playoffs. Who's the best player of all the teams in the playoffs? Who is one? Of one.
I think he plays for the OKC.
SGA?
Shaw.
Yeah. You got to
Shea
say
Gilgeous.
SGA.
Shea.
Yeah, Shea. And
Gill.
then at the end of the day, I always say he does a lot of things that people his size can't do. He's Joker.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't go with Denver just because of Denver.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to touch anything Denver, even though I'm a huge Jokic fan. I love him. I think he's amazing. Amazing talent. One generational talent.
Baby Joker's not bad.
Yeah.
Sengun's pretty good.
Yeah. I think him and Wemby are like you said. I think they're generational.
There's a generational talent. You're not going to get people like that.
For Jokic to be 7 foot and he leads the NBA in rebounds and assists.
So that's unbelievable, man.
I was in Denver this year when the Rockets went to play there, and that dude looks like a piece of crap. He looks like a big, lazy, drunk piece of crap, but he can ball.
Yeah, it's like,
and he deserves an Oscar, or whatever they give to an actor, because that dude is the floppiness and good at. He should be in WWE in his second career. he can take a flopping he can take a.
He looks
ball.
like an out of shape like Peja Stojakovic. He just
Peja. You can't do that to Peja.
No.
I know. I don't think Peja would have looked like that his whole life.
No.
At any point.
But it's amazing that he's that good. He doesn't look like. Have you ever seen that guy's brother, by the way?
Yeah.
Not Peja. Joker's brother.
Yeah, they come to fight.
Yeah,
he's
scary.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them.
Yeah, they come in the stands, they get drunk, and they want to fight.
Yeah.
They're anybody who talks mess to their brother, they want to fight.
They're about the same size as him. That's what's scary.
Yeah,
that is scary. But they're on the juice. Those guys are jacked.
So I mean, I could easily see Detroit and OKC as your championship game.
Yeah.
I
you
got,
think
I
the
got
Knicks can
Boston.
give her
I got
Boston
coming out the East. Yeah.
Boston again.
And Tatum is
Healthy.
getting himself back. Yeah, he's healthy, and I mean, I think one thing they have is kind of what I was expanding on earlier is the culture. Like they know how to win. It's like Oklahoma City, but I do think the Celtics they have a good shot at getting it. But I would say this. I know you had mentioned the Knicks. They're in a little tough hole playing against Atlanta right now. So I think Atlanta's been giving them a good battle.
I got OKC in Boston. They're clear cut two best teams in NBA.
Didn't Boston 2 years ago was in the championship? It was not that long ago.
Yeah.
When did they win it? It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
And then last year, Tatum broke his leg.
Tore his Achilles against Indiana. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
or I knew it was something.
It was like
Paul
an Achilles.
George like.
It was a whole Achilles. Yeah. It was a whole Achilles. The guys
like he blew the whole leg out. It was like some Paul George, not as bad as Paul George's, but. All right. Well, I definitely would not put my money on my Rockets. So that's been a whole season.
It's still a lot of basketball. You got to.
Yeah.
They got to come with it. But
you never know. Never know. They had gone on a nice little 10-game winning streak towards the end of the season. So that was nice. Man, it's still too early for me to talk baseball. I know I had it listed out here, but as soon as I'm ready already, I mean, not 20 games into the season, I'm ready to write some teams off, and then they get hot again. The Mets finally ended their losing streak.
Yeah,
that's what a payroll to constantly lose.
Is disappointing, to say the least.
All right, so let's talk about Mississippi State. Aren't they hosting LSU this weekend?
Yeah, unfortunately.
What's your call on that one?
I mean, I'm going to call it the same way.
You called it a sweep last weekend accurately.
I think they win one.
Mississippi State or LSU?
No, LSU. I think they get one. I think the loss of Jake Brown for the rest of the season is a huge hit. Someone else is going to have to pick them up to be that leader in the locker room, because he was really one of the ones that were leading that team. And if no one else steps up, it's going to be a tough rest of the season. I don't even see them getting in to the SEC tournament at this point.
Coach, what's your take on the baseball team?
I don't watch a lot of baseball, but I will say this. I do. I try to keep up as much as I can probably with LSU baseball. I know it's kind of probably been a tough season for them thus far, but I think you just got to continue to keep hope. You know, just with the way college sports is going, it's kind of shifted a little bit.
Hook them.
Yeah, so
I'm good.
But Texas is your baseball team.
Yeah.
But it's always what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
And I think I think their coach has done a good job. He's won 2 in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's a given. But so, as a coach that has coached at that level, was that the right time to come out and say, hey, I picked a bunch of guys who are playing for me that are good for themselves, but they're not good for the team, or they're not good
collectively?
That guy was good where he was playing, and that stat sheet didn't transition to the SEC. That's on me. I'll never pick guys like that again. Like, when you're teetering on the edge of not making the tournament, and oddly enough, people are still calling them potentially a 3 seed going into somebody's regional, which blows my mind. But was that the right time to do it? You got swept now 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have done that at that time.
And those guys know who he's talking about.
Yeah,
they were the
absolutely.
transfers.
I think that's a mind game. I think he's trying to light a fire under their butts.
Or maybe let them know they should be filing transfer papers as soon as the season.
They might want to go ahead and start shopping around now.
Yeah, like that's a good point. Like, a lot of times some coaches use that as a
motivating
thing to keep guys motivated.
It
keep
didn't
them
work.
Going.
Yeah.
But now you're dealing with, like, again, certain people can't take when you say things like that to get them motivated. They might look at it as a
this
way
day
of
and age,
shutting them
it's insulting, and they might get their feelings. And we saw this in 24. So 23 they win the national championships. We had the national chip hangover the following year. They weren't this bad, but they were. It was rough. It was a rough year because they lost a lot. Yeah. Then you come back 25, you win it again. I think the main difference in this team is there's no vocal leadership. There's no one guy. They don't have some of the seniors they've had in the past that has really got the guys together, rallied the troops, and really went in and battled. And I don't think they have that. And until they get those guys to come in, hopefully if Jake Brown does stay and come back next year, he could be one of those guys to lead them to another championship because I think he is that voice, and he's going to have to be that upperclassman that really brings the team together. And last year they had Bear, the first baseman. He held the team together. He was not only telling people what to do, but he was out there doing it, hitting bombs 450 feet. So that's what they need. I think that he's going to get it right. He's going to fix it. It's going to get right, and we'll see how they do next year.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still a lot of baseball left I don't know. If they get in, anything can happen. I just don't see the pitching depth.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to –
They got an offense.
They have to get to 10 wins in SEC. If they don't get to 10 wins in SEC, you're not – it's going to be a –
Well, all 16 – all started last year. All 16 teams play in the SEC tournament now. So it's not 12 anymore.
Okay.
So
I thought it was 12.
No, so – but you would still think for any good seeding to happen, they got to win the dang thing.
I mean,
and I just don't see the depth.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's from the bullpen.
Go look at the top: Georgia, Texas, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Ole Miss. There's a lot. Texas A&M.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good baseball teams out there.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to Texas A&M and Texas. They're going to be the top dogs in the SEC.
Yeah. Football. What about football, Coach? Where you sit on football?
I love football. I can sit there and watch football. I can sit there and watch football. I can absolutely watch football. I'm keeping my eyes. I'm listening to it.
Yeah. No.
But
I'm watching it too.
Here in Hooters is bringing up the draft.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think they're introducing the top guys that are expected to go. Yeah, so it's about to get exciting in Hooters for sure. So if you get opportunity, jump out here, get you some wings, some of their specials.
15 minutes to get here and get a seat.
Yep.
Start watching some draft.
Well, we know who the Raiders are going to pick up, but
we all assume Mendoza, but a lot of rumors floating around here the last couple of days.
You never know with the Raiders. They're always. They always. I mean,
that goes back a long time. With
a
the
long
Raiders.
history. I mean, he picked the punter.
I think the GOAT takes. I think Brady wants Mendoza.
Yeah, I think he does too.
But the flip side of that, the majority owner's last name is still Davis.
When you're trying,
I think the son's as crazy as the dad.
Yeah, when you're trying to get it, he
That's saying
spells.
a lot.
He spells franchise.
Well, just look at his haircut.
Oh my God! Somebody get that, slap the ball off that guy's hand. Jeez. But yeah, he's definitely the face of a franchise. He interviews well, says the right things. He goes out, he plays with heart. And if you're trying to change the culture of a team, that's the kind of people you want on your team. Just because what he did this last year and how he did it and did it the right way. That's the kind of person you want to lead your team. And he's going to flip the culture of that place and kind of the stigma.
Yeah.
Raiders always have that stigma. It's like, Raiders.
Or he's going to be like every other Raiders quarterback and concussed in the first 3 snaps.
There is that possibility.
Always that possibility. I think he's the ultimate winner, though.
I do too.
Yeah.
And competitor.
He's an X and O's guy. Like he stays in his lane. He knows he's a pocket passer. But the ball's there. Receiver just got to catch it. And what a perfect team. They get whooped by the 2019 LSU team. LSU still hangs 75 on them. Mm-hmm. But they would have done that to an NFL team, I think.
Absolutely.
So, look, guys, the draft's getting ready to start. Coach, thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
It was great to see you.
Great to see you.
We look forward to basketball season. I was just before we get off the air, Ryan Comery, Marley Gatlin, signed their letters of intent at Prairieville today. I was very thankful to be there. Congratulations,
fantastic young
those
ladies,
girls.
man.
Ryan's,
Great competitors.
Ryan's headed to UNO. Marley's headed to Xavier. They're both going to New Orleans to play. Coach Delry, thank you for reaching out and inviting me to be there. Only media that was there. So shout out to my guy. We appreciate that, the support, the love. I will announce this as we get ready to sign off. We are working on a deal to be the exclusive broadcast partner for all BRCC athletics, baseball, softball, men's and women's basketball.
Awesome.
So working with the AD there to get something there, and there will be other programs that will be announced and coming soon. So big seasons ahead for
exciting
us.
times for everyone.
And we hope to announce soon to be doing something very, very special during football season on Friday nights. I am old. I am not thrilled about it because it's going to be a little later than I want it to be. But maybe I'll take a nap during the day, and that'll energize me.
Have to a little power nap
Coffee.
or coffee.
Coffee. So, Coach Price, appreciate it.
Thank
we
you.
can't wait to see another playoff run from your group and be able to help cover it next year. For Stu Puffer, well, I'm Stu Puffer.
Yeah.
For Clayton Wolf, I'm
I
Stu
am Clayton
Puffer. This is episode 8, Sports Talk 225.
Thank y'all.
See you.